Hi everybody, Danna Demetre, your Makeover Mentor here. I wanted to spend a few moments on this video podcast talking about a few aspects of beauty, and specifically beauty and the believer, the Christian woman. Where do you stand on that subject? When is beauty taken to extreme? What is okay for you, and how do you feel about other people's pursuit of beauty? Do you tend to believe, people can pursue their own paths, or do you tend to find yourself somewhat critical when women seem to be pursuing beauty above all things? Well, my objective today in this video is not to judge you and hopefully not be judged, because quite honestly, if you follow me, you know I like fashion. I'm not a person who spends a lot of money on clothing, and I don't even spend a lot of money on makeup relative to many, because I don't buy really expensive things, but I like having my hair done. I like looking fashionable and just enjoy it. It's kind of like if you're a creative person, some of you can paint, and some of you are great home decorators, and some of you are amazing cooks. Well, I'm an okay cook and I'm an okay decorator, but I even look at my body, and each outfit I put on every day is just an expression of creativity. And yet, coming out of an eating disorder as a younger woman and feeling like I wasn't good enough, I wasn't pretty enough, I was too fat, I have been very aware my entire adult life of wanting to keep a balance. I know my husband appreciates when I take good care of myself, and yet he's the kind of a man, if I get up in the morning with, my sloppy old sweats on and my hair is all over the place and no makeup, he thinks I'm beautiful, which is great. There's no pressure there. And you'll find for me, most days I get up first thing in the morning, I throw on workout clothes and a baseball cap and very little makeup, sometimes a little lipstick. If I'm going to go to the store, I might cover up a few of those age spots. But I'm comfortable in my own skin, and yet I talk to women all the time about their physical bodies. Now, I'm the kind of a coach, I want to look at body, soul, and spirit. I want us to find balance. But I think it's super important to identify two things that have nothing to do with the clothes you're going to put on, the makeup you're going to wear, how you're going to pursue a leaner body, but more about your attitude, about yourself, and about others. So with that in mind, I want to take you on an imaginary journey. And in this journey, I'm going to ask you to go in your imagination to 3 different rooms. And you're going to go into each room dressed in very casual clothes. You're going to have on, say, a pair of really comfortable jeans, not designer jeans, just comfortable jeans, and maybe some workout shoes and a big old jean shirt, just comfortable. Your hair might be tied back in a ponytail or whatever's casual for you. And when you walk into each of the 3 rooms, and you're going to enter and you're going to meet some other women, they're going to be dressed just like you. Super casual, no big deal. It's not about the physicality or what we're wearing or how we've had our hair done, but it's about who these women are you're going to meet and how you feel about yourself when you go into each of those rooms. So it does require you to, in your imagination, go with me. So I want you to imagine we're walking down this little hallway, and I'm going with you. I'm your friend, I'm your coach, I'm your mentor, and I'm opening the door and inviting you into a room of about 10 women. And the women in this room are highly intelligent, highly accomplished in their fields. They could be doctors or lawyers, interesting intellectual women. They could be authors. They're, as I said, experts in their field, and they're dressed just like you, and they're there warmly welcoming you. Everybody's friendly and warm, and you can have conversations. Maybe you've just seen your favorite author in that room, or maybe you've just come to meet a doctor that you have high respect for the kind of work that she does. The question I have for you is, as you're in this room of highly accomplished, intelligent women, how do you feel about yourself? Is your focus in on those women and what you can learn from them, get to know them, have this incredible opportunity to have a conversation? Or do you find yourself feeling less than? I'm not as smart as them. I'm not as accomplished as them. Now, obviously, this is an imaginary room that you're in, and so it's hard to say, but think back to a time where you've been in a situation where there are a lot, or maybe even just a few, or even one woman who is accomplishing what you want to accomplish in your life. Do you feel a sense of wow, this is an incredible woman who could mentor me, even if it's virtually, even if she doesn't know it, she's mentoring me by how she does things? Or do you feel that comparison game? Okay, so we finished in that room. Let's go to another room with some very different women. We're going to walk down that narrow hall, open the second door, and again, about 10 women dressed like you, a casual Saturday kind of a setup. And these women are different in that they're very creative. They're accomplished in their area of maybe incredible musicians, a pianist, a singer, a songwriter, a true painting artist that is just amazing. All different kinds of creative women that have been very accomplished in the areas of their creativity. And again, you get to have a conversation with these women. And think about some areas of your life where you explore creativity. I shared with you I'm not incredibly creative. I guess I'm a writer and that's where I express myself. But we all express ourselves in different ways. And there's a woman in that room that expresses herself in areas of creativity that really resonate with you. Same question I had for you before. How do you feel in this room? Are you inspired? Are you encouraged? Are you learning all you can? Or is there any sense of feeling less than? When you encounter a friend who has accomplished or maybe even acquired something you've really wanted, how do you feel about that? I'm not saying we don't want to experience some of the great things our friends experience or have the great things. But can we truly celebrate with those who celebrate? Can we embrace that? Or is there a jealousy and envy factor? I mean, we're all subject to that at times. And it's normal and it's human. It's certainly not walking in the Spirit, because when we're walking in the Spirit, we don't have a sense of jealousy, insecurity, envy. Because the Spirit doesn't give us that kind of fruit. It gives us love, joy, peace, all those wonderful fruits. But it's important for us to identify how we feel about ourselves when we're encountering, especially other women that we admire. Well, enough in that room for right now. We're going to take a walk down the hall to the last room. And the last room we're going to walk into just like the other two. 10 wonderful women dressed like you are. But as you walk into the room, you're going to notice, despite the casual clothes, these women's particular attribute is extreme beauty. Fresh-faced or not, ponytail on top of their head, jean, shirts that are baggy, it is clear these lovely women, whatever you define as beauty, they are your ultimate definition. They look youthful, they look happy, radiant, healthy, glowing beauty. And as you go in, you can ask them their beauty tips, you can ask them their fashion tips. They are friendly. They want to help you. They love God and they love women. How do you feel in that environment? It just tells us a lot about who we are and who God is grooming us to be. As we pursue this subject sometimes of beauty, we can become unhealthy in our own estimation of ourselves. That whole idea of being less than because you're in an environment where you esteem someone as better than you is really unhealthy. Here's the truth. No matter where you go, what of the 3 rooms you walk into, or where you go in life, the woman who walks into a room of others, you, that woman that walks into that scenario, you haven't changed. Just because the circumstance has changed, the surroundings, the type of women have changed, you haven't changed. You're still you. And if you move into another area where you're the accomplished one, you're the prettier one, you haven't changed there either. We are neither less than or greater than. We are different. And some of us have accomplished certain things in certain areas. Some of us received some gifts from God that others didn't, but we all got gifts. And so as we talk in future months about losing weight, about putting on makeup, about fashion, let's be careful that we first and foremost take the speck out of our own eye. Just as it says in the Gospels, that we don't go trying to pull the speck out of our brother's eye when we've got a log in our own. And the log, to me, for a lot of women, is the comparison game. In future podcasts, I want to talk a little bit more about beauty, and even beauty taken to the extreme. But for now, just think about, how do you see yourself, especially in relation to others?